it's Heidi Dulabon, international cultural consultant and etiquette expert. Delighted you're with me today because we're going to talk about something that affects nearly every single one of us. We're going to talk about how do you practice online meeting etiquette. All right, yesterday, how many Zoom meetings or other virtual platform meetings did you have? Yes, a lot. How did they go? Were they well run? Well, they will be after today because we're going to talk about some etiquette that can help you run these meetings maybe a little bit more smoothly. I think remote working and virtual online meetings are here to stay for the foreseeable future. So let's make sure we have some etiquette ground rules because we want to be respectful and we want to be productive. This is going to help with all of that. So number one, I highly suggest that with your group that's going to be meeting, maybe you have a meeting every week or every month, whatever the case, with this meeting group, probably with each of your groups, set up a charter. This is how we're going to run the weekly Tuesday meeting. This is what we're going to do. We're going to have an agenda. We're going to appoint one person as the facilitator, the leader. We will keep questions to the end, or we're going to have this very informally, but I do suggest having an agenda. So your charter will set up how things will run. And that way everyone has expectations. They know what the meeting structure is going to be. There are no surprises. They know when they can jump in and ask a question or when they should not. So set a charter. Next, set an agenda. For every meeting, you should have an agenda and it should go out with the meeting invitation. It does not need to be big and elaborate, just something that you keep on point. Because so many times you've scheduled a 30-minute meeting and it ends up creeping towards 45 or 60 minutes. And that can really throw everyone else's day off. Everyone is scheduled so tightly these days, so please be respectful and mindful of the time, and an agenda will help you with that. You'll know what we're going to cover in this particular meeting today. So you have a charter, you have an agenda, and now it's time for our Tuesday meeting, let's just say. So what should you do? Well, first of all, tech check. Check your tech. Is it working? Is everything okay? Do you have the latest version of whichever platform you're running? Is that up? Is it going? How's your internet? Internet's not down. Is there a way you can call in from your cell phone? So a nice thing to do is always have multiple ways of attending just in case of these emergencies when internet goes down. It happens all the time. It always happens, if you're like me, in the most inopportune times the internet's down. So have a plan B how people can attend the meeting if the internet is down. Okay, so we have our tech check and we are going to dress appropriately. I like to call it at-home professional. Do you need to be in a suit and tie or a very formal business dress? No, you do not. But make sure your attire is clean, pressed, and appropriate. Just make a little effort. Brush your hair, look the part, you just look the part. It looks like you've made an effort, that you're respectful, you look forward to this meeting, and you're prepared. It basically says a little bit about yourself. Okay, so cameras on, cameras off. Your charter could help with that. You could say, listen, we really want everybody's cameras on, or in our meetings, it really doesn't matter. It's your choice. So have that already established, whether cameras on or off. All right, be on time. The meeting starts at 9 o'clock. Jump on about 5:02 because it's kind of fun. You might give you a chance to talk to some colleagues a little informally for a few minutes before the meeting starts. So if you are leading the meeting, start it on time. Okay, it's 9 o'clock, time for the meeting. Start the meeting. I say start the meeting with a little structured, unstructured conversation. Just a few minutes, 2, 3, 4 minutes, just to chat. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, oh, some snowstorm, right? Or whatever. Just a little something, kind of break the tension, get everybody relaxed, and then 2 or 3 minutes, and then start in. Okay, we're going to start with the agenda. First item today, let's talk about our new project or whatever it is. And then the leader will start in, and you follow the agenda. Please be aware of over speaking. You do not want to interrupt, and you do not want to speak over someone. It's impolite and it's confusing. It's hard to get your message across. The other people can't hear what someone else was trying to say. So you should have established in your charter, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to go through everyone, let everyone speak, and then at the end when they're finished, then we'll take questions. And perhaps you use the raise hand, or you physically on screen just raise your hand. However you have established you're going to do it, stick with that. That will really help with efficiency. Nobody has any extra time, so you want to use that 30 minutes or 60 minutes, however long you've scheduled this meeting for. You want to use that appropriately. So figure out how you are going to ask questions and when, or if it's okay, if it's informal, you can just interject. So, okay, we have that. And then how about if someone goes way off the rails and they're way on some other tangent, and you're the leader and you are trying to get this meeting back on track because you are already running overtime, and that is not how you saw this going down. Well, there are different ways to do this. Something that some companies have been using is called Elmo. Yeah, you know, Elmo from Sesame Street. Well, Elmo is an acronym for enough, let's move on. So, how you would interject Elmo, maybe you just say Elmo, or you have a little picture of Elmo, or, that needs to be established prior. You can't just in the middle of a meeting pull out Elmo. So maybe that's part of your charter, and be very careful with Elmo because you don't want to stifle any creative innovation conversations that are going on, but you just want to keep things on track. So be careful with that, but it can be a handy tool if someone is really way off base and time is clicking on. So that's just a little extra hint there. Eating. It's not really pleasant to watch someone eating during a meeting unless you've arranged, okay, everybody just bring your lunch and we're going to meet over lunch. It's okay to eat. Unless you've said that, that's probably not so great to just sit there eating, and put your other devices away. If you think people can't see you while you're on your phone doing other things, they can, and it's distracting to them, and it says a lot about you that, okay, maybe you're a great multitasker, but you're really not paying attention. So be present. Be present in this meeting. It's the 30 minutes because you're going to stick to it, because you have an agenda and you have an Elmo, you're going to stick to it. Be present for that 30 minutes or whatever your time is, and listen. Leaders, really listen. Take this all in and be inclusive. Give everyone a chance to speak during this meeting because, introverts have a lot to say as well, but sometimes the extroverts just take over. So you need to be very inclusive. Give everyone an opportunity to speak because everybody has some great ideas. So be properly dressed, arrive on time, tech check, consider an Elmo, definitely have your agenda and follow it. And I think it's going to be a smooth sailing. You're going to get a lot more done when you're practicing this kind of etiquette. It's going to be more productive and, frankly, a lot more fun. Then end your meeting on time. You can send a follow-up. Somebody didn't get to attend. Record the meeting. They can watch the recording. Who has time to take notes and send a big thing of notes to somebody? send the recording to them. And then afterwards, leaders, just check in with your people. You know, everyone's attending online, but it's really nice if you could just check in with them outside an online meeting, simply to say, how are you doing? How are things going for you? It will mean a lot to your team. So hope this helps. I can't wait to hear about your next online meeting. Drop me a comment, like the video, and I'd be very grateful if you'd be so kind to subscribe to my channel. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And as I always say, please be kind. Thank you.